Hello everyone, and welcome to this weekly oracle reading for the week of September 28th through October 4th. And the way I like to do these readings is for the first card kind of corresponds to the beginning of the week, sort of an awareness that we gain. The middle card corresponds with the middle of the week, sort of how we're going to continue to participate in this energy and sort of keep the ball rolling. And then the last card corresponds with the end of the week and what we will be kind of taking with us. What is going to really be integrated? What's the deeper, what's kind of the core theme of this week that we're moving into? So let's go ahead and get started. So the first card here is the Owl Guardian. And this card speaks of delving into the unconscious, delving into what is behind the scenes, what's in the dark, what we are not consciously aware of. And the owl helps us to do this. So what we're getting is, at the beginning of the week, is there's this, we're being aided by this owl wisdom, where the owl has piercing insight. I mean, the owl has piercing vision of the dark. Its eyesight is super sharp and clear at night. Not only that, but it has, through its screeching, it can actually see and sort of feel with its sound where the trees are, where bugs are in the air, and it can kind of see. But this is a different kind of seeing than seeing with the conscious awareness, and the owl really helps us to do this seeing. And since the card did come up in the reverse position, it's a reminder to not stray too far from the light. And I like to show the back of the card for the light. And you can even see the light of the sun sort of behind the owl in this card as he flies towards the moon and the stars, you know, the more dark realm. And in the reverse position, it's a reminder that we only see and through to our unconscious through the light, and that it's what it's about bringing the light to the unconscious, bringing the unconscious to the light. And if we sort of fly away without making sure, like, am I really connected to my higher self, or did something happen and now my mind got a hold of me and now I'm flying around in the unconscious and I'm just observing everything with my mind, then it's no longer that pure light. So it's staying connected to that pure light while we have these intuitions and while we have these revelations about things that are going on behind the scenes in our lives and sort of under the surface, like what these sort of subconscious things are that we're not quite aware of, and staying connected to our pure awareness, to our higher self. And that is how we will start to gain more of an awareness of what we really need to know from the depths of our being. And the second card I have is the Green Taurus. This card, so towards the middle of the week, it invites us deeper into ourselves and deeper into a space of total self-acceptance and self-trust. So with this owl wisdom, you know, with this new awareness of sort of what is operating in our lives from behind the scenes, there's an invitation from deep within to kind of go in, and if you look at this card, it's like we're being invited into this void, this total unknown. You know, you don't know what you're going to get, you don't know what you're going to receive. You might feel a little bit like, can I really trust it? Can I really trust it? That's the whole point of this card. It's going deeper into yourself until you're in such a state of acceptance for anything that comes up. Don't even think about trust. It's just, are you in a space within yourself of total acceptance? And so in the middle of the week, it's like really focusing on that self-acceptance. And in that space of total acceptance, there's a message waiting down there in the depths of your being. There's a deep message that will arise naturally in that state of total acceptance. And then realize when you receive that message, like, yes, I can trust this message. Yes, like I totally accept myself 100%. And in that space, when you know you've accepted yourself 100%, you can know that that message you can trust. And I feel that that relates deeply to this sort of unconscious exploration that we'll be doing sort of at the beginning of the week, in terms of like what we're manifesting, seeing the unconscious influences that might be like self-sabotaging or limiting or anything, and really seeing those clearly and coming to receive a message by the middle of the week that we can really trust through that deep inner acceptance. And we know that it aligns with everything going on in the unconscious, because sometimes we feel these things operating in our heads or in our hearts, or, you know, just from behind the scenes in general. We feel those operating, and, well, there's a little ant on the camera. I wonder if you saw it crawl over. But we see these things operating, or we feel them, and then we think, wow, it's so chaotic, it's so complicated, it's so crazy. How could I ever figure it out? How could I ever trust it? I don't know. But we don't have to. We don't have to figure it out. We don't have to trust it. We don't have to know. Or we don't have to know, but we can trust ourselves. And so this message will be a very deep message in alignment with sort of our whole being. It'll agree with everything. And so by the end of the week, I have the Octomotion card. And I'll hold it up again so you can get a clear view. This card is all about flow and flexibility. So it's like once we really have that true trust in ourselves and the messages we receive and the guidance that we receive from the whole depths of our being, it's harmonious with all aspects of our being, we can live life in a way that's like this octopus. And if you've ever seen videos of the octopus, you would know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, look up on YouTube like octopus escaping, or like octopus escaping through a small hole or something, because they can escape through the smallest little cracks. There's people who've worked at aquariums, and they always have octopuses escape because they're, for one, very intelligent, but they're intelligent through feeling. Like, they're not going to be limited. They're going to get out. It's sort of like their natural impulse to like get out and be free and squeeze through. They'll squeeze through whatever it takes, but it's through being completely flexible and completely fluid that we can do this. So by the end of the week, there's this new sense of increased fluidity and more ease in our life, and it's being able to really take the path of least resistance, not out of an avoiding of anything that we need to avoid, but truly being centered within ourselves. And in being so centered, we're in the flow. So we're in the true flow, and so we'll be flowing through the path of least resistance naturally. And that's really what the Octopus card is all about. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to continuing to do them. Please subscribe, like, comment, share this video if you really resonated with it, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a great week.